Okay, here we are again at the 2013 World Angus Forum in Rotorua. With me now is John Stika from the US. John's the president of the Certified Angus Beef over there. And welcome along, John.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
And enjoyed your speech.
Well, thank you very much. I enjoy talking, and so it worked out well.
You're very practiced there.
Well, we get a lot of opportunity. You know, part of being in the branded beef business is marketing, and word of mouth is the best marketing we can do. So we try to talk about the program every chance we get.
Yeah. Now you're Ohio.
Yeah.
Big cattle country.
Well, actually, ironically, I live in the largest dairy county in the state of Ohio, but Ohio is steeped in agricultural tradition, and obviously Angus cattle are a big part of the agricultural business in the state of Ohio as well. So.
Yeah. Now, what do you think were some of the more important things you touched on today, or some of your favourites?
Sure. Well, I think the big thing I wanted to drive home in my conversation with the attendees here at the forum was the fact that it's important to create branded programs not on what we believe is important, but what our customer believes is important. And so I think if we as producers focus on the things that we feel should be the things of importance and build a brand around that, we oftentimes end up coming up short because consumers value a different set of priorities than we do on the production side. They value, above all things, they value taste.
Yeah.
And so putting branded programs together or our messaging to consumers, it really has to be brand relevant to that end user, and taste is a big part of that message.
Yeah. Now, interesting that when things weren't going too good in the economy, people weren't turning to the cheap chicken.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Since in 2008, we've had record years in sales each and every year with certified Angus beef. And what we were surprised at is that we didn't see a drop in sales as the economy stayed stagnant for the most part. But what we actually saw was consumers becoming more discriminating in where they spent their dollar. And they stood at the meat case and made a conscious decision. Am I going to spend my dollar on a lower quality product that may be cheaper, or am I going to spend maybe my dollar and an extra dollar on a higher quality product that's going to exceed my family's expectation for taste and quality and overall enjoyment? And what we saw is that if you put certified Angus beef and a commodity average product side by side, 40% of the time that shopper that normally would have bought a low quality product would she trade it up to buying certified Angus beef. And so I think it showed us that price alone doesn't drive purchasing decisions. It's the price value relationship that really is what runs through our mind when we stand in front of the meat case.
Yeah. Now, you sort of want to change people's ideas there, on the marketing thing, but do you think that a lot of the farmers or the producers, a lot of them may be good with the marketing, but a lot of them might be better to just carry on doing the good job they're doing on the producing and get the experts in there to do the marketing? Or
I think without a doubt, one of the benefits about our program and most programs that are involved in branded beef marketing around the world, do allow producers to stay focused on the things that they're experts in, and that's raising a healthy calf, getting that cow rebred, doing it efficiently and economically, and making sure that at the end of the day we're putting out a product that is acceptable to the consumer. Is as producers, we need to stay focused on those areas of expertise that we bring to this equation in the supply and merchandising chain, but we can't do it in a vacuum. We have to keep our eyes open, our ears open, and continue to listen to the priorities that consumers say that they have for the products that they buy, and begin to find out how do we intertwine those priorities into a profitability model that works in our operations and on our farms and ranches. Primarily for us, what we've been communicating over the last 35 years is the importance for producers to focus on putting more marbling into their genetic base in their Angus cow herd. And we've seen that increase and grow very successfully in the States, and I think it's an approach that has global opportunity for Angus breeders around the world, because what we know about marbling is that those Angus products that have a high degree of marbling, they have a higher, more desirable taste, and consumers measure satisfaction by taste, and they pay more when they're satisfied.
Yeah. Do you think there's ever a stage where people would get in the branding department to rest on their laurels?
Oh, I think every day. I think, especially as you look at the success Angus has had, not only in North America but also globally, I think it'd be very easy for us to, as a community involved in Angus, to just sit back and say we've reached the pinnacle of success and just kind of ride that momentum. I think any successful business that has reached any level of achievement runs that risk, and I think Angus and Angus branded programs and certified Angus beef are no different. And so each and every day you just have to continue to get up and stay focused on what am I going to do to make my business, my brand, more competitive and more pleasing to the consumer, because over the course of time, I'm going to ask that consumer probably to continue to pay more for my product. And they will do it as long as we continue to deliver more. And so without a doubt, we can't rest on our laurels. We got to stay focused, keep our eye on the consumer and continue to move forward.
Yeah. You've got a lot of different Angus brands over there, haven't you?
Yeah, we're one of 106 different Angus programs that are certified by USDA, and there's a multitude of other brands that make an Angus claim that just aren't USDA certified programs. So it's a very crowded community when you get in there of the competition within Angus products, not just in North America but globally. And what we do is we always bring them back to the fact that it's not just Angus beef. They need to be looking for certified Angus beef, a guarantee of taste, a guarantee of an enjoyable eating experience. And then we tell them why our product is different. And obviously the biggest reason our product is different is because of the level of marbling that we require to deliver on that consistency of taste, the taste experience that consumers expect.
So you see a few of those guys slip off the hook, come and go.
Yep. I think what we find is, Angus is clearly the luxury car category in beef around the world. At the same time, though, we have a variation of quality levels within the Angus category. And what we see is those Angus brands who believe that perhaps we can ride the momentum of Angus, but do so just with the name, but no set of discriminating standards of quality behind that name. They make a splash for a short period of time. The consumers sample those products, and they decide not to come back.
Yeah.
And those brands that aren't built on priorities that are in line with the priorities of consumers, they go by the wayside, whether they're an Angus brand or whether they're a brand of another breed or with just a brand with no breed connotation.
So the certification is the thing.
Yeah. It all starts with that third-party certification for us it's performed for us by USDA in the States and by the Canadian Beef Grading Agency in Canada. And they're that independent third party that that gives assurance to the consumer that they're going to get exactly what they expect to get every time they buy certified Angus beef product.
So how do you think our breeding programs are going over here, John?
Well, I've been very impressed. There's obviously a growing focus on performance. The level of attention to detail that's given to forage efficiency is a level of detail that I think is second to none around the world. And so they're obviously professional cattle breeders. I'm not surprised. They're tied in with the best breed of cattle, and that's Angus.
Yep.
And I would expect that there's as much opportunity for success and growth for the Angus breed within New Zealand as there is anywhere else around the world.